Okay, so dumating na tayo sa part na tapos na tayong gumawa ng NPC. Then, set na yung detection ng player. So, this time, magsisimula na tayong gagawa ng UI. So, basically, um, what I want to do is, um, let's see, gusto kong gawin is, once na malapit na yung player sa NPC, and then, if I um, uh, do a right click is gusto kong may lalabas dito na dialog box. Okay, so yeah, gagawan tayo ng UI. Okay, so first off, I'll go to scene, right click, and then new scene, then name this scene UI. Okay, then choose this user interface sa options, or you can go to the other node, then just type in control, just control, then create. So parehas lang yan silang dalawa. Okay, control, rename this to UI, then click this layout, full rect, para ma-occupy na niya yung buong viewport, this blue line right here. So I click full rect, occupy na niya yung lahat ng whole viewport. Okay, save, then let's actually add a new panel. um, we will use this panel as a pop-up dialog for the NPCs. Okay, so let's place it right here. Okay, rename this to dialog box. Okay, and let's actually add in a new script for this kasi gagamitin natin to mamaya. Okay, okay, save the script into here, scripts folder. Okay, yeah, okay, so we're going to add a new flag or input sa player na when I press right click, and then if yung area detection ng player is actually near an NPC, then magiging true yung variable na yon. Then once na nag right click ako doon, si signal tong player na to, i-open itong dialog box na to. Okay, so yeah, just let's hide this for now. Okay, I'm gonna show you it's done. Okay, so yeah, I think lalagay lang muna natin dito yan. Is NPC near. Okay, so flag niya to is NPC near. Okay, yeah, I think yeah. Okay, if body, okay, third body, then NPC near will be true. Okay, so once lumapit yung player area detect na to sa any kind of NPCs, magiging true to. Okay, then it's actually add a new input. I think yeah, we're gonna add a new function here that will get the player's input. Okay, so input input event, I think, or input, yeah, I think input would be fine. Okay, so event, then if event is input mouse button, okay, and if our boolean, yung ginawa nating boolean, ito is true. Okay, lalagyan na lang natin ng ganito para mas clear sa inyo. Okay, if event in mouse button here, and then if event is no um uh I forgot scan code. I think scan code. Wait, button index. Yeah. Wait lang. Search lang muna natin yan. Mouse. Or wait, not mouse. Buttons. Enums. Buttons. Okay, hanapin ko muna. Wait lang. Joy button. Right? I think. Yeah. Button. Um, button. Wait, nawala yung right. Wait lang ah. Shit. Wait, ba't nawala? Button. Right. Button right. Then, print out na lang muna natin. Okay. Right click. Okay. Try muna natin if nagana. Button. I think buttons. Button. Mask. Yeah. Try muna natin. Nag-click pa talaga siya. Yeah. Oh. So, hindi siya na, no? So, set muna natin yung player body exit detection. Then, body exited. Then, once na nag-exit yung body, babalik natin siya sa false. Okay, try out. So, if nag-right click ako, walang mangyayari kasi false yung flag na yon. Okay, so once na yung player is na-detect na yung ini-NPC, nagiging true yon. Okay, and if nag-right click ako, since true na yon, i-execute na yung this code right here. If I right click, okay, de-detect siya. Okay, yeah. So it's actually dalawang beses siya nag-execute kasi ang nangyayari kasi is na na-execute yung nararan kasi to the button release and the button down, kaya dalawang beses siya nag-execute. Okay, so idadagdag natin dito is an event pressed is pressed. Oh no, not is pressed. I think pressed lang. Try natin. Dapat isang beses lang siya nag-execute. Okay. See? Once I right click, isang beses lang siya nagra-run. Okay. Kasi, yun nga. Kasi nangyayari kanina, nako-call yung button down and then button release. Okay. That counts as a input event. Okay, kaya dalawa. Okay, so since fixed na siya, we'll go back to the yeah, I think we are going to go to the player here and then add a canvas layer. Then dito natin ilalagay yung mismong UI scene. Okay, so go to scene, then kunin mo yung ginawa nating UI scene, which is this one. Ilalagay natin siya sa mismong canvas. Okay, okay. Lagyan natin yan dyan. Yeah, wait. So, explain ko muna to. So, a canvas layer is actually a basically um, nilalagay mo yung UI on top of the viewport itself. Okay, basically, yun yung um, na-understand ko, I mean, na-gets ko about the canvas layer is it actually sits right on top of the viewport, which is this blue line right here, blue box. Not this one, kasi sa camera ito. This one, itong manipis na blue line na to. So, it's actually sitting right on top of it. Okay. Um, yeah. So, let's go back to a UI. Yeah. Right. So, ngayon, let's go back to UI. Then, gagawa tayo ng signal. Type in signal. Then, name ng signal, which is gagawin kong dialog. Dialog pop. I think, yeah. Dialog pop. Okay. Then, go back to player. Then, create tayo ng function ready, which is the built-in, actually. Okay. And then, ready to player. Then, get the UI node, yung ginawa nating UI, and then typing connect. As you can see the newly created signal. Bago natin ginawang signal is available na or available to use. Okay, so we're gonna select this. Okay, and then add a new parameter called self, and then the method itself. Okay, so let's say dialog. Okay, then we're going to actually make this function, okay, somewhere right around here. Okay, dialog. Okay, wait, sorry, dialog init. Okay, then dialog init pass. Okay, then wait, no, actually, yeah, we're not going to actually use this connect. Let's actually just call the UI directly, then emit signal, which is the dialog pop. Okay, so yeah, I think that would be fine, I guess. And then go back to UI. Then since may signal na to, and then we're going to ready, and then connect dialog pop to self, then dialog init, then going to make the dialog init right here. Okay, then yeah, I think set na siya. Yeah, I think that would be fine. Pwede mo ring you can just basically you can just imitate this kind of this way by going to the UI and then clicking the node right here, then going to signals, and then yeah, makikita mo tong dialog pop na to. Pwede mo siyang ikabit na lang into the UI itself, and then gagawa siya ng function niya like this, and that would be the same as this actually. Okay, so For this particular tutorial, we're just going to deal with it by code. Okay, like this. So once nag-emit yung dialog pop signal, itong method na to ang mismong mararan actually. Okay, then just going to show the dialog box since naka-hide siya. Okay, so yeah, let's actually try it out. Okay, go to the NPC. So mangyayari dyan is lalabas yung dialog box dito. Okay, so I come near the NPC, then when I press right click right there, it's actually going to pop up. Okay, hindi siya aalis kasi hindi pa natin na-implement yan, pero yeah, let's continue. Okay, UI, go to UI. Yeah, so now we are going to actually ilalagay na tayo ng the actual dialogue na lalabas dito. Say, itong NPC na to is sasabihin niyang hello. Okay, so we're actually going to print it out here. Yeah, yun yung gagawin natin ngayon. Okay, so first off actually is create a another folder here, so resource. This will be called dialog data. Okay, then go to the folder right here and then create a new script. Okay, rename this script dialog data. Okay, and then change the inherits into resource because we are actually going to implement a dialog system by using those built-in resource resource class, or yeah, class, resource class. And then once it's created, we name this class into dialog data. Okay, then go back to dialog data, click is the actual script. Okay, then new resource, then dialog data, then pop up yung newly created na resource natin. Okay, so let's name this dialog npc dialog 1. Okay, so to create a new resource called npc dialog 1 dot resource, as you can see it's actually .tres, that means a resource. Okay, now this resource right here is actually lalagay natin siya sa mismong npc. Okay, this will act as a data storage for every npc. Okay, this will act as a storage for all npc dialogues. Yeah, so usually game devs use JSON files as storage for dialogues, but this time I actually want to use the built-in Godot's resource class. Okay, now let's go back to NPC, then click the NPC script, go to the NPC script, and then type in export resource for dialog data. Okay, let's set it to no, and then go back to world, then click the NPC. You can just click here. Then you can see the new dialog data resource that you can um, populate by this data. So you can just drag this out to here since tumatanggap tong variable na to ng resource. Okay. Then since resource naman to, then didadrag natin siya dito. Okay. So that will put a reference of this resource into this particular NPC. Okay. That's basically it. Then in this NPC dialog, I'm actually going to create a new export string for dialog. Okay. Yeah, go back to the actual resource. Then you can put in what dialog do you want the NPC to say. Okay, so for this one, let's say hello game. Okay, so the NPC will say hello game, and that string is stored into this resource, which is actually now being given into this NPC right here. Okay, so that's basically it. Then going to use this into player, go back to player script. Okay, so since we have a actual reference of the NPC's body being passed into this parameter right here, we can use this to pass in the this resource to the UI. Okay, so you'll see. Okay, it's just actually body. So create a new body PC body ref also no. Okay, so no, let's not actually do that. UI kasi need kong makuha yung resource dialog resource ng NPC, and then I'm actually going to pass that resource into the UI to this function. So think dialog init, then the actual NPC body ref dialog dialog data, or yeah, dialog data. Yeah, so parang naging useless yung itong signal na to. Okay, so wait lang. Yeah, PC be if the body exited, so it will return into null. And then since this is a resource, this resource actually, so it's being passed down here. Then this resource have a dialog variable. Then we are going to use that variable that will store a string actually. Okay, so dialog box, click the dialog box, it's actually create a new node called rich text label. Okay, then let's give it a little bit of space. Okay, BB code enabled, then yeah, rich text label BB code text equals dialog res.dialog. So text label, set percent visible will be 0, um, and then we are actually going to add a new tween node. Okay, then okay, so we're not actually going to use the tween node. um, Instead I'm going to use the timer node, because I want the dialog box to have this kind of effect where it's actually kind of like typing. If I say hello world, then it's gonna print out H, and then after about 0.3 seconds it's going to print E, and then L, and then L, and then O, and then so on. Okay, so it's going to have a typing typing effect. Okay, but yeah, you'll see it later on. Okay, so let's add in the timer. Okay, then click the timer, go to node, and use this timeout signal, and then yeah, when times it time out, um, it will get the rich text label, and then character visible characters, then plus equals 1. It's going to add a 1 visible character every, let's say, 0.2 seconds. Okay, and then right here I'm going to call the timer start, then point 2, I guess, 0.2. Yeah, I think that, yeah, let's try it out. Going to see it right there. It says hello game, but it has this kind of like typing effect. But if I lower this into 0.1, it's going to type in much faster. Okay, go to NPC and then right click. See that? Okay, and if I set this into, let's say, 0.5, it's going to type really slow. Okay, H, and then E, L, and then O. Yeah, see that? So yeah, that's why I used the timer node instead of a tween, because I can use the timer's signal called timeout, and then from there, if it times out, I'm just going to add a visible characters on the rich text label. Then that's gonna print out letter by letter every time the timer stops, or like um, emits this signal here. Yeah, yeah.